on the next session of Get Caught in a Net.
Get caught in a net with Annette. For your mind, body, and soul. Get caught in a net with Annette. It's your intellectual radio show. Here to inspire you and encourage you to be your very best. Get caught in a net with Annette.
You are now tuned in to Mind, Body, and Soul with Annette, where your host, Annette Harris, analyze intriguing life questions and concerns, such as, do Christians suffer from mental illness? Have you wondered why they act abnormal? Or you may ask, what is really going on in their minds? Do you need Annette? Well, keep listening for a biblical understanding of the psychology of the mind.
Hey guys, welcome to another wonderful segment of Mind, Body, and Soul with Annette. I am your host, Annette Harris. I want to thank you in advance for watching and or listening. I'm so excited about this segment on today. Listen, guys, I always say if you see me at 12 noon Central Standard Time on a Wednesday, that means it's time for you, yes, you, to come on and get caught in a net. The time is now. And I'm telling you, today's segment is, we're going to have a wonderful hot segment on today as a couple of music artists that I want you to meet. Listen, let me, before I get started, acknowledge the Lord in prayer. Lord, we thank you for all things. We thank you for what you have done, what you're going to do, and what you have promised to us, oh God. We appreciate you. We thank you for it. Get the glory out of this segment and everything we go to say and do. In Jesus' name we pray. And the first part of Hosea 4:6, I normally like to quote. It says, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. And I don't know about you, I don't want to be rejected by the Lord, but I am grateful that he has even given us an opportunity to even come before you again. And I am going to ask, let's see, let me do this. I'm going to tell you a couple of ways that you can view us on today. And I see you guys coming in. I appreciate that. I'm on my Facebook page, Annette, Get Caught in a Net. And the page is public, so you can share it, you can tag individuals into it. I would appreciate it if you would. I always tell you, it costs you nothing. A shout out to Earl Winfrey over at Intellectual Radio, which is where Mind, Body, and Soul with Annette is housed. And he has us up live on my YouTube channel. You can hear the audio portion there during this live segment. So if you go to YouTube and type in Get Caught in the Net, you will hear us there. At the end of today's segment, we will upload the video portion as well. Now, I'm also on Instagram, so you can kind of catch us on Instagram now. Get Caught in the Net on Instagram. That's my IG handle. All right, guys. So there are 3 different ways you can listen and engage with us on today. Listen, I'm going to ask my first guest to come on and show us their video. They're in my virtual studio on today. I have a wonderful group of young men that are going to join us on this afternoon. So I'm gonna ask them if they wouldn't come, if they can hear me, to come on from the back room, if I can say it like that, the waiting area, come on in, so my guests can see. I called them when we did our check, an audio visual check. I called them my kings. My kings are on today with me. I just met them, but they seem so nice and so cordial. Somebody called me ma'am, and I said, "Okay, you're making me feel old," but that's okay. But that tells you how they are, obviously off the bat. So you are looking at, you should be able to see on your screen, guys. The Hawkins Boys are in the house, virtual house, if you will. How are you gentlemen doing on today? I have Joe. Joe, can you unmute yourself and
yes, ma'am.
How you feeling today?
Feel great. How about you?
I'm doing wonderful, sir. I'm doing wonderful. Good to see you. And then I have Lemuel. Did I pronounce that right? I think you need to unmute yourself. Can you unmute yourself? Unless you
There you go. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I can. Okay.
Yes. I'm Queen of London. I'm doing great today. I'm having a great time, you know.
I love it. I love it. I'm glad to hear you're doing well. And then we have Mr. Aaron. How are you feeling on today, Aaron?
I'm feeling good. Thank you for having us.
All right. Okay, you coming in with that very white voice over there.
Very white.
Very
white.
Down in there. All right. Okay, Rick, how are you feeling, Rick?
I'm feeling good. I'm glad to be alive. I feel mighty good.
Come on now. I see Rick want to preach. You want to preach, Rick?
No, man.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing
Go ahead
wrong.
and burp it out. Go ahead and burp it out of it.
Okay. All right. He is grateful to be here. So you guys are coming in to my live feed. Again, I'm asking you to click that share button. It doesn't cost you anything. What you are doing, you're pushing this live feed out. You're letting everyone else know, reminding them that we are on, and so that they get a chance to meet my guests on today. Tara, I see you on, and I appreciate you. Tara, I tell you, that's a hard worker right there. That's a hard worker. And she reaches out to me when she has wonderful individuals that she wants to come on and to share with my audience. Wonderful artists, if you will. And also, I don't know if Apostle was on Vero or not, but I appreciate her as well. And oh my gosh, she's a doubly hard worker, if I can say that.
Yes. She's very hard working. Yes.
So we appreciate these women of God and how they're pushing. You know, I don't want to say talent. Talent sounds like a minor word. You all have something great here, and they want the world to know about it. And I'm grateful that they're in your corner and they are pushing what you have. So let me do this. I want to read a little bit of your bio. There's a lot here, but let me see if I can get through. And you know what? I need to put my eyes on so I can make sure I don't miss anything. Okay, so I have the Hawkins Boys is a contemporary gospel soul / quartet group in the gospel music industry that uniquely blends soul-stirring vocals of traditional gospel accompanied by smooth yet inspirational contemporary lyrics and melodies. Their current release, which is still ringing in my head, Great Change, is written by brothers Lemuel, all right now, and Joe. Okay, y'all guys, I see you. All right, so the song is produced by the SEME Award and Multi-Grammy Award nominee with a host of stellar awards, gospel legend, Melvin Williams of the Williams Brothers. Okay, singer, songwriter, performed, recorded, and produced for many music industry legends such as the late Aretha Franklin, Stevie Wonder, the late Luther Vandross, Mother Shirley Caesar, Kirk Franklin, and the list goes on and on and on. My goodness. Along with multi-Grammy Award nominee, multi-stellar winner, top 10 gospel producer, Stan Jones. Okay, shout out to Stan. All right. Okay, my goodness, you got to work with a lot of people. I love it.
Yes.
All right. Now, it says the song is mastered by Apple certified digital mastering engineer, Roger Willis. All right, shout out to him. All right, and he mastered projects for a lot of artists that we know, guys, Donnie McClurkin, Tasha Cobbs. So he's not, and the list goes on with that too. So he's not a novice in his area. How about I say that? All right, and the song Great Change continues to reflect the mission of the Hawkins Boys to release music with a purposeful message that is supported with content, also a concept music video, a concert performance video, and a lyric music video for multi-generational and cross-cultural audiences. All right, yeah, this is a lot here. Okay, but I wanted to make sure that I actually got to that point because there is, I don't want to say a method to your madness, but you do have a purpose in what you are trying to do. And this is what we want to talk about on today. Of course, I'm going to share the music on today, guys. I will play it.
Thank you.
I want the people to make sure, let me say this first while it's on my mind. Go to YouTube, guys. Also, while you're over there listening to us, if you're over there, make sure you subscribe to their channel. And their channel is simply the Hawkins Boys. Is that correct?
Correct.
Yes, correct.
And Hawkins, HAWKINS, guys, and Boys, BOYS. Of course, they're men, but that's what they're called. All right.
Great.
All right, cool. I'm loving this. I'm loving this already. They're coming in over here, and I'm going to jump back and forth with you guys to see if there's any comments. If you have any questions for my guests on today, any comments, go ahead and throw it into the comment section. I will take my time out and read it as well. Let's see here. Let me start with my first questions here before I lay this song on y'all. So do me a favor, and it doesn't matter whoever wants to start, just give me a little bit of background about the group, maybe how you even grew up. Let's start there.
Go ahead, Al.
I would say the group consists of brothers and cousins. Ricky, which is Rick Jr., which is his dad, Ricky Hawkins. And it consists of Aaron, our brother Aaron, in the group, consists of a great friend, of a friend. This group started in 2018. Back around that time, we had a single that came out with the late great Rance Allen. That was one of the songs that was very dear and special to me. Before then, the background of the Hawkins Boys is basically family group. TJ Hawkins, legend. Yeah, bless his soul, TJ Hawkins. We're the grandsons, we're the grandkids of TJ Hawkins, and we sought up under him, and gained the knowledge from him for his the music concern. Then later on, we just, got blessed by many, many great artists, you know what I'm saying? I would say Rance, I would say Melvin Williams, I would say Stan Jones, and I can't leave out my friend Fred Hammond. So those guys is pushing it. We're pushing the Hawkins Boys in the direction that they need to go, and we're so grateful for it.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay, that was good. Now, how long has this been together?
About actually 6 years. We've been together about 6 years.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. And you said your grandchildren of TJ Hawkins, is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm. Yes, correct.
All right now. Okay, so some of y'all know, y'all should know.
Yeah.
No, you know. No, but that you know, I love it when generations can continue. You know, and you leave a legacy, and then you know you want the ones after you to pick up, you know, and do
Right.
to maneuver it in the good sense, okay, the good stuff. We're not talking about, well, never mind. Okay. Okay, all right. So let me ask you now, in terms of the music industry, you know, you have all different genres. Is gospel music what you like focus on, and is it, and or has it always been your passion?
Well, gospel music always been my passion. Not only that, I just being transparent and honest. You know, I like all sorts of music. I like jazz. I like R&B. To the T. I love R&B music.
Okay.
But you know, I really wanted to do something that was uplifting to the people and then pleasing to my God, you know, who I serve. So we chose gospel music over all that. Uh, this pretty much my thoughts of it.
Okay. Anyone else can answer that question too.
Yes, I would say, honestly, I mean, pretty much like Lamar was saying. Yes, I mean, I love all music. If it feels good and sounds good, yes, I'm all for it. But I just love how gospel music touches people's lives and how they can overcome any situation by listening to one song. So yes, that's why I
Yeah.
chose gospel music.
Okay.
And me personally, I just love any type of music that represent love.
Oh,
So anything that represent love that's positive, I love it.
I like
Mhm.
that. I like it. Okay. Well,
What
Aaron.
they said, everything they said. I mean, you know, music has a way of just, all sorts of music has a way of just bringing people together and just touching everybody. I think it's a universal language, no matter what it is. But we all know that, you know, gospel has a way of feeding you spiritually, mentally, and
Mhm.
you know, and physically, because it make you move. So, you know,
Mhm.
yeah, I agree with all of that.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, you knew I was coming for you, didn't you?
Yeah, I knew,
Yeah.
I knew it.
I wanted to hear what you had to say. No, but that's good. I'm glad you mentioned that about music being universal, and it's so true. I remember, was it back in 99, 2000, my church choir and my late pastor at the time, we traveled to Japan to do a few concerts, you know, and everything. And it was just amazing to me how they were just so receptive, you know, of the music. And it's like, I really saw how music is so universal.
Yeah.
And it's just amazing. We still keep in contact, you know, I have contacts there as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, that just showed me, you know, directly up front how universal music is.
We'll get there one day.
Oh yes,
To
oh yes,
Japan one day.
we on our way.
Yes, 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 yeah. You probably got something lined up already. But but I love it.
Yes, you do. Can't say right now, but we do.
Maybe they'll tell me off screen, guys. They can't tell you. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. Janice Pritchard, I see that you are here and that you have shared, and I appreciate that. And there are others here. I can't, for some reason, I can't see your name. I do see you here on Instagram, and I appreciate you guys for coming in. Cash and Services. I'm just going to read your name because I can't remember. Okay. thanks for coming in. KC Mogul, I appreciate you. And I do thank you guys, and just let someone else know that we're on. I've been trying to tag, and you guys were talking, some of my musicians, friends, family, because I want them to hear you guys, and
Right.
it will be a great connection once they hear it. And the beauty of this live feed is that if they don't hear it live, they can always go back and
Right.
listen to it. So that's why I try to tag individuals as well. So let me move on. Okay, thanks for answering the question about gospel music and your passion. Wait, who was that? Was that Joe talking about he liked songs with love? Is that
Yeah.
See, he barking
Yeah.
up, he barking up a tree right now.
Oh, Lord.
I don't know what kind of tree that is, but okay.
Well, we got a song that's coming out. It's talking about love.
Okay.
Not the love of God. So
Okay.
yeah. So that's where his mind is right now. That's where my mind is at. So
Okay. All right. I love it. And I can't wait. And I'm trying to contain myself and ask my questions before I hop over to this song, but I'm gonna play it. I am gonna play it. I promise you I am. Okay, so now is your style of music, and I know I read a lot of artists that you either work with or some of your producers or whatever have worked with, but is your style of music similar to other music artists, or is it just the Hawkins Boys original style? Would you compare it to someone else?
No, I wouldn't compare it to nothing else. It's something that the industry doesn't even have, and it's a sound of its own. To where once it get out and you hear it on the radio, you're gonna know that's the Hawkins Boys.
Yeah.
Because it distinguishes itself. Saying all by itself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Who wanted to add to that?
Well,
No,
I just say
I-
yes.
I-
Go ahead.
just to piggyback on Joe, I just think that our music is like a universal sound. I feel like that we can kind of like touch parts of every genre, that is out there. And it's at the same time, it's a genre of its own, So I don't know what we characterize as this our music is, but it's, like you say, you'll know the Hawkins Boys sound when you actually hear the song. And it's the great thing about it is, when me and Joe write, as I come up with the hooks, the songs, MD come up with the music, when we bring all the great producers like Melvin and Stan, and we just make this universal sound that sounds so different to the market, to the world, and also be able to share this music and usher this new sound in. It's a new sound, about four. It's a new sound. It's hitting the market, and we're just grateful that God's been able to anoint us to write, to be unique, and come up with great stuff.
Love it. I love it. Okay, Rick, you look like you was getting ready to say something.
No, I was just gonna say it's very authentic. The music that you hear, it comes from our soul. I say our soul. Once it feels good, Lamar and Joe, they come up with the lyrics, and hey, there it is, the Hawkins Boys sound.
Yeah.
And
And
you
that's
can't.
what you want. That's exactly what you want. If I can throw this in there, because sometimes you're listening to music, whether it's on Pandora or what have you, YouTube, anywhere, you listen to music, and if you hear a song come on and maybe you're not in there, you're not looking at the name, you say, oh, that's such and such. I know that voice. So it sounds like to me that's what you want to make sure you get across. That's why you're talking about it being authentic and really your own, not somebody that's mimicking. And I'm not knocking anybody, because some people have done that and they've been successful.
Right.
But you want it different. And I think that's an excellent mentality to have. So that's good stuff right there. Did anybody else want to add to that before I hop to the other question?
I think Aaron had something. Aaron, you had something to say?
I said it all. But I'm gonna tell you one thing. When you see 5 guys with white suits on, you just know Quartet.
Yeah, that picture,
Oh,
man. Lord Jesus, I love that picture. Okay.
Thank you, thank you.
I love it. All right, this is good stuff. All right, so let me see, what do I have here? Oh, goodness. Now this question, I mean, you kind of already answered it. Well, in a sense. What mood does your music generally place people in?
I would say the mood would be happy, cheerful, and encourage people. Um, um, we don't make a lot of, you can hear some gospel songs that will make you sad,
Yeah.
but we make songs that make you feel good about yourself, motivate yourself, and know, saying, it make you feel like, hey, I can go on, I can push through whatever I want to go through or whatever I'm going through.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Y'all all agree with that?
I agree.
And I feed off that. I say overcomers, because just like the song entitled "Great Change," because we all have been through something. We might be going through something right now. By just this song here, "Great Change," like some of the lyrics that we came up with, like "Keep your head up high, God will wipe the tears from your eyes." Yeah, we all have cried about something, but just know that there is a great change coming your way. So just hold on, keep the faith, and as long as you have God in the head of your life and directing your path, you will make it through. You will make it.
Oh, I love it. I love
Yeah.
it. Okay.
Trust in Him.
I'm getting anxious myself, so I'm going to play this song because
Let's do it.
and as you were talking there, Rick,
Yes, ma'am.
you were just making me think, actually, all of you, and even you, Joe, when you said what you said, I'm thinking about the past couple of years that this entire world has been through. Almost 3 years now, right?
Right.
With pandemic and everything, and so we look for something to encourage us, something to help us to get through this, because a lot of people have had a hard time, have lost loved ones. Many have dealt with, sickness themselves or what have you. And so they look for something. They're looking for an answer. They're looking for hope.
Right.
Hey,
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You know what I'm saying? Around that time, that's when we actually wrote the song, Great Change. And like I say, the world was full of darkness at that time. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people had a lot of mental breakdowns. They couldn't I couldn't stand to see that many people, you know what I'm saying? I think it started in New York, you know what I'm saying, where you seen truckloads of people dying and getting killed over this virus and everything. And so, man,
And
that
then,
was so. Go ahead.
And then not only that, it was like people that was real close to us that was in the industry. I think it started with Pastor Fred Thomas here in Dallas, somebody that we was real close to, and then right after that it was Rance, and it was like, saying the people that was in our corner, we looked around and they was gone, and going through that you can get depressed, and that translated into Great Change and all that other stuff. It was just a song that was built inside that needed to come out.
Beautifully stated. Beautifully stated. Yeah, I agree. Now y'all see why I call them my kings. They got and being able to help others is what I really hear. That's what you want to do. And in the midst of that, you get your help too. How about that?
Oh yeah.
Yes. Okay, so I'm setting this up, guys. And those of you that are watching, what I'm going to do is play this single that we've been talking about. Well, I've been talking to them about themselves and what they have accomplished thus far and how they got started. But I want to play this song for you. It is entitled Great Change. And let me know if you guys can hear this. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry. I want to do it right. Give me a second, guys. Okay, somebody let me know what you can see on my screen.
We can see the video, your YouTube page.
Oh, all right.
Dear God, I'm not asking for much. Something got to change. Be with your faithful servant.
Never lose hope. Keep your head up high and wipe the tears from your eyes. Just when you thought it was over, God said he ain't through with your story. Just fall down. A great change is coming your way. Yeah. Great change is coming your way. Oh, I see a great change coming your way. There's a great change coming your way. Help me say great change, oh yeah. There's a great change, it's coming. Great change, oh. Things are about to change for you. Great change, oh. Great change. I feel it coming, oh. Great change is coming, oh. Great change, oh. It's gonna happen any day now. Great change is coming. The burdens you had to bear all on your own, and it seems that no one can. But I'm here to tell you that God has not forsaken you. Fall down. Yeah, a great change is coming your way. Yeah, yeah, yeah. See a great change coming your way. Oh, great change coming your way. Help me say great change. You ought to put your hands together and say it. Great change is coming your way. Yes, Lord, I feel a great change coming your way. A great change coming your way. There's a great change. I need you to put your hand together right there. I know you've been suffering for a long time, but I feel things are about to break for you any moment now. So don't you give up, but hold on to God's unchanging hand. Oh, it's gonna be a change. Yes, it is. You don't have to wait on it, but it's here right now. It's gonna be a change. So square your shoulders and just get ready. Oh, change is coming your way.
Wait a minute now.
Yes, 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 yes.
Ooh. Wait, let me let them see the rest of this.
Oh no.
I love this. I love it. I love it. Absolutely love it. Listen. Let me get myself back to where I'm supposed to be. Give me a second, because I tell you the truth. That is some stuff right there. Let me stop the share. Okay, here we go. All right. This is awesome. I am going to make sure that I place you guys in contact with. I have another radio host, and he couldn't listen live, but he's going to listen again. Mr. Montgomery, he's real popular here in Chicago. So I'm going to make sure.
As a project manager,
I think YouTube wants to talk to us, but we don't want that. Okay. So yeah, they were on here. Some people were hopping on. They were like, "Oh, I hopped on just in time." Let me read some of these comments before we move further. Okay, I do see that Earl Winfrey. I already gave him a shout out. Appreciate you, Earl, over at Intellectual Radio watching. Matthew Thomas, thank you. Beatrice says, she was the one that said she's doing just in time so she can hear this wonderful music. Brandy is here. We appreciate you. Carolyn Smith, thanks for coming in. I appreciate you. Let's see. Brandy says, I love this song. Alvin Carter, I appreciate you for joining. Another the tag musicians in. I don't know if you got a chance to hear the song or not, Alvin. But this is my guest on today. The Hawkins Boys are my guests on today, and that was their latest single that they're actually pushing. It's called Great Change. And Shanna McGuire is here. So thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. Change. Yes, change. Okay. All right. And so Tara is putting in information if anybody wants to interview the Hawkins Boys. She did make a comment down at the bottom. You can either contact Apostle Vera Howard or Tara Smith Hughes. All right. They're both, you can inbox them. So let's see here. All right. This is good stuff. All right. I absolutely love that song. Okay. And I'm not just saying that because I have you here on my show today, but there, I love, and people know me. They know Annette, when I'm listening to music, I like to listen to the lyrics. Lyrics are what ministers to me.
Matters, yeah.
And there were some things that you were saying in there, and I mean, and you all had mentioned before we even played it, those words that will grab you, those words that will help you to maneuver through. If you even thought that, all hope was lost or all hope was gone, listen to this song, listen to the words of the song, let it minister to you, let it do. And again, I said at the onset of this session that I need you, not want, I need you to go to their YouTube channel, and I need you to subscribe. Their YouTube channel is the Hawkins Boys, which is where we played that video from. And you will not be disappointed. You want to keep up with them. Who just told me that they got some new music coming? They already said it. They got more music coming out. So again, this is one we're pushing and promoting, the Great Change song, but they have other songs that's coming out. They've already said they're gonna go to Japan. They're gonna go all over. All right.
and with that being said,
I caught that.
With that being said, I believe it's safe to say, fellas, that on September the 2nd, our EP is dropping with Great Change and
a host of other songs.
A whole host of other songs on there. So,
thank you for saying that. Okay, all right. Tara, if you're still on, can you make sure that that's in the notes in the comment section? Because I want people to go back when they're listening to this live feed again, to be able to know where to find you guys, Tara, if you can also make sure to, I know I'm giving you a lot to do, so Tara, if you can also make sure to put the YouTube link in the comment section for me, and that way people will have the link and they just go straight there and subscribe and keep up with my new kings today.
Oh yes.
These are my
Queen of London.
and also, yes, also you can follow the Hawkins Boys on our Instagram at _ the Hawkins Boys, and also on our Facebook page, Hawkins Boys page. So yes, you can find us there as well.
Thank you for saying
Yes.
that.
Yeah, and go out, you know what I'm saying, to support the video, you know what I'm saying, it's at 90,000 right now. We're trying to run it up to 100,000 before the money's out. So go out and support the video, go out and buy it, you know, just have fun with it, you know what I'm saying, share it with somebody, share it with your friends, share it with somebody that's going through something.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
Take it to church with you.
Look, y'all already was sending me to church. Y'all saw me over here.
Hey, drive.
Video show. Go on, listen to the lyrics. Okay, I want to say something, and then there was a request on the live feed. Aaron?
Yeah.
Leaving that song, right?
Yes, I am. So
you got on here quiet and stuff. I didn't think you could
That's normally what people say. I get that all the time, but yeah.
Look, humble is the way, I suppose.
It's the only way for me. I don't.
You told that song. You told them put it back together. Told them again. All right, so there was a request before I let you guys go. Someone that said, "Can y'all sing on here?"
I would.
Is that possible or no? I know somebody at work.
Me, yeah, for me, it's not possible right now.
Well, I just seen the chorus since we're on Virtue, it's gonna be kind of a lag, but there's gonna be a change. There's a great change. A great change is coming.
Yes,
there's gonna be a change. There's a great change. A great change is coming.
Yes, sir.
I think that helped to satisfy them. I think they wanted to hear you live or something.
Yeah.
That was good.
Hey, so one thing that we are planning and trying to get together, you know what I'm saying, especially with all our radio announcers. We're gonna try to see if we get a private party. The Hawkins Boys having a private party, and basically, you know what I'm saying, this is basically gonna be a live party of all our friends and family, and you know what I'm saying, we're gonna be live that night. You know what I'm saying? We just, y'all can love on us, we can love on y'all guys. So be on the lookout for that.
Have a private concert.
So if you invited, that means you're someone special. Yeah.
So be on the lookout, Miss Annette.
Okay.
Oh yes.
All right, that sounds wonderful. And this has been a pleasure, guys. I'm telling you, I wish I could keep you longer, but I appreciate you coming in, taking time out of your day to talk with us, to tell us about yourselves, to allow us to listen to your music. I bid you all Godspeed, and I pray continued blessings over you all.
Same to you.
Thank you.
This is
Same to you.
Thank you.
Keep it up. I pray you keep it up. My brother's out here doing something, guys. They're out here doing everything, and I'm proud of you. I know I just met you, but I'm proud of you. And
thank you.
Just pray that God will continue to bless you all.
God bless you.
But we
God
have
bless you.
to try and have you guys on another time or something like that. But then also I'm waiting for that private party. Okay.
Yeah. You got it. And no,
We'll keep you posted.
Keep you posted. So before we get out of here, I kind of like want to thank a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, for helping the Hawkins Boys ministry. First and foremost, you know what I'm saying, I want to thank Melvin Williams, Stan Jones, the late Bishop Rance Allen, Fred Hammond and the crew. You know what I'm saying? We want to thank them for believing in us and taking us places, you know, and just loving on people and people loving on us. And I want to also thank our media company, Jay Wayne, the one that actually made this video for us, Jay Wayne Owens Media Production. We want to thank them and him and his wife, you know what I'm saying, for getting behind us, man, and supporting us, you know what I'm saying, and, you know, in the right direction. You know, I just thank God for all of them and my brother Jesus Christ for allowing us, you know what I'm saying, to download songs to us to share with the world. Thank you.
Right.
And
Also, I'm sorry, Aaron.
No.
Dr. Howard and her team, because
Mhm.
to do what we're doing, it takes a great team to make all this possible. So we'd like to thank her and her team as well.
Yeah. And also our music producer Sherrod Cox, you know, who put all that music together. You know, he's a genius. So
Oh yeah.
And have somebody do that too. All right, I love it.
Yeah, he's
Well,
yeah, you know, the young man, he's up to bat. I tell you that. You know, he's a great music producer. So, and I'm like Miller Ryan, you know what I'm saying? I pitch to it. He like Mark McGuire out to the park. So that's my boy. Sherrod Cox.
Right. Beautiful, beautiful. Well, thank you again for joining me on today. I appreciate it. Send me some friend requests, guys, so we can kind of keep up on Facebook as well. I think was it Rick? Did Rick send me a friend
Yes,
request?
ma'am.
I think I accepted.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, send me some friend requests so I can keep up with you guys, and we'll move forward from there. And we're looking for great things as our great thing comes. All right,
Yes,
guys.
yes. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Your listeners, those that are still here with me, I have another guest that I am about to present. On today, I have, oh my goodness, this has been a tremendous time here. Let me see if I can get my other guests in. I have enjoyed my kings, as I call them, the Hawkins Boys. They have come in and presented on today, and we have not been disappointed. I know I haven't, and you guys have been throwing in your comments and telling me that you haven't been disappointed either. I see my next guest has come in to the virtual studio on today, and you guys are not going to be disappointed by this guest either. I'm telling you, Mr. Sanders, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. I can hear you just fine.
All right, wonderful. How are you doing on today?
I'm yet holding on. I say I'm chilling like a villain, whatever that means. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm glad you're chilling. I was looking up some information on you, and my goodness, you've done quite a bit here. My Lord.
God is good.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. You guys that are listening, remember that I was saying that today we were going to focus on music, healing through music. If you recall at the beginning of the year, I mentioned how I know the Lord had given me that this year, 2022, is the year of healing. So in our various broadcasts that we have featured, we focused on healing and whatever that aspect was. Today, focusing on healing through music. And our first guest already mentioned about how music is universal. We know that. We know it to be true. And my next guest here, I am going to read a little bit of his bio to introduce him to you. And oh, goodness, he's got a lot of stuff here. Straight out of heaven, the macrocosm of gospel is being hit by a celestial tornado, a fresh sound, as Ashford sings with the guidance of the Holy Spirit. Oh my goodness. He invites gospel aficionados and newcomers to join his tidal wave from church arenas, TV screens to concert halls. Ashford Sanders has been seizing the public by the ear. He grabbed it by the ear, guys, with his bold and unique vocal imprint. More than a gospel singer, the Mississippi native vows to be a vessel spreading the beauty of fellowship through music. All right, and he has, oh goodness, you've been in the industry for quite a while, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, because I'm looking here. You started playing music when you were around 10. Is that
Yes.
accurate?
Yep.
Okay. Oh. So you okay, being from Mississippi, so it says here that you wrap your craft around the Canton spirituals. Yes, I love them. I love them. Your career took a significant turn when you met Doug Williams from the well-known Williams Brothers, and you both released, is it the Blackberry record, present wedding songs?
Yes.
Songs Mama used to sing. Okay. You know, I was just introduced to you. I need to get that little bit of background myself. I need to find out these songs. But you know, the one song that we're kind of going to focus on today, Millions, and
Yes,
this is a remake. Is that
Yes.
of the Winans Million?
Yes.
All right. So we're going to hear it on today, but I do want to ask you some questions before I hop in to the music, because I listened to it before I came.
Okay. Okay, let's get it.
I love. I said, oh, he got a nice little twist to the song. I love it. Let me see. You guys that are on here, Buddy Gill, thanks for coming in. We appreciate you. The rest that were on before, don't go anywhere, because you're going to hear this wonderful artist. You're going to hear all about Mr. Sanders on today. And he already said he's chilling like a villain over there. So we want to kind of woo. Yeah, you know what? I will say your voice is it's unique.
Thank
It
you.
is definitely unique. It's different, and it'll grab you, just like your bio said. Grab your ear. It will grab your ear, and it's gonna make you listen.
Yes, ma'am.
Listen, I'm telling y'all, we out here, y'all gonna know what I'm talking about. So let me ask you just a few questions before we move forward here. I just want to know about a little bit about your background, how you grew up, and maybe in your own words, how you came into this industry.
Back in 1990, so we grew up in the ghetto. We lived in what you call the new projects, and everybody that grew up in the new projects, I mean, we pretty much had it rough. But it was home for us. It was fun. But my mom was dating a guy named Cetus Greenwood at the time, and they got married. And his family lived in Camden, Mississippi. And I remember we went out one day to my aunt's Nene, his sister Nene house, and the VHS was playing, and I heard the Canton Spirituals. And of course, I'm just a little kid. I'm like 6 years old. But I hear songs like, come along, my friends, come along, get aboard and ride this train. And I never forget, the song came on, singing in the heavenly choir. And it told the story about the old man sitting in the church and they wouldn't let him sing because he had a tremble in his voice. And I was captured. I was like locked in. That was in all these years later, I realized that wasn't even a real story, but it was back then, but back then it had me. I was just in tears as a little kid because I felt bad for the old man. But from then on, I was locked in with this group. And it was like that moment introduced me to gospel music, the gospel sound, wanting to encourage people through music. And I instantly knew I wanted to go to be in somebody's choir, my mom. So I told her, I said, I want to sing in a choir. And so she took me to a church called Greater Mount Levi Church, which was the church of the Canton Spirituals. They wasn't there at that time, but that's where they grew up, in their church. Because originally I'm from Canton, And so I started singing in the church. And from there, that definitely shaped me. I was a 6-7-year-old singing in all the high school events, singing at my kindergarten. And what was crazy was, let me just rewind. My parents didn't know I could sing. Well, I didn't even know if I could sing or not. But when I was in kindergarten, I had a teacher named Miss Hinkles. And white lady, I loved her too. And she had, I don't know what you call it, but they used to have a big disc and you put it on the thing and you put the thing on it and it spins and play. And so one day she put that on and— Wait a minute. You talking about the turntable? Yeah, that thing. Yeah, she had that in the classroom.
Yeah.
You know, she would play it every day, but this particular day she was playing "There's a Place in My Heart, and I Know That It Is Love." And she was like, "Who could sing this for your graduation?" And I was like, "I can." And she started putting me there every day, putting headphones on me. And my mom and them didn't know. So it was my graduation day, and they called me up and I sang it. And that's when they first found out, like, wait, he could sing. You know, and I was like 6 or 7. I think I was 6 years old. I can't remember. But yeah, so since then, it's just been like all of those components had a hand in shaping me and forming me into who I am today. I have several music directors, James Harris, may he rest in peace, Mr. David Jackson, all of those people growing me up from just that child, teaching me. And Mr. Harris was that director. He cuss you out if you didn't get it right. You know, yeah, he would. But all of that made me realize, you know, it just pushed me to be greater, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
So watching Harvey Watkins, Michael Jackson, I was a huge fan of Michael Jackson. So I was the Canton Spirituals. Michael Jackson was who I would say totally shaped me and inspired me, because while other people were looking at or listening to Michael Jackson wasn't a great singer. You know, Harvey Watkins is not the best singer. You know, they can definitely sing, but they're not the best singer. But they are phenomenal entertainers to me. And the overall package, they bring the overall package. And so while some people listening to vocal, or I'm listening to the wording, I'm looking at hand gestures. I'm like, why did he just do that? Why did he just put his hand behind him? And so in looking at all of that, I started learning that you can't only just be a singer, you have to be a smart lead singer. You know, you have to understand how to hear everything that's going on around you, because everything is energy. Music is energy, it's atmosphere, you know, so yeah.
Oh, I love it. I love that little history. You did a wonderful job. You know, I kind of laughed, chuckled when you said, when you first heard that song, they said you realized and didn't realize until later that it wasn't even a true story. But it obviously was that presence and how they presented themselves, you know, with that song that drew you in, you know,
Right.
like that really touched you.
Right.
And that's important. You do a lot of studying, you have done a lot of studying.
Definitely.
Various artists, and that is obviously what helped to shape and form you and your career. So that's something that has to be done. You know, unfortunately, sometimes, you know, some people think that they can just hop in a certain industry and not even do the homework. You know, you do the homework. You study not only the movements and the lyrics, everything. You know, so that has to be, and I think that's probably key and important for those that are coming along now. You know, in the industry, that's something that they will have to do. Let me read. I'll be going back and forth and reading comments here on Facebook, if you will. And if any of you have any questions for my second guest on today, Mr. Sanders, if you have any comments, go ahead and throw them into the comment section. I will read them. And let's see here. Oh goodness. Okay, they loving you. Brandy says, I love his humble spirit. I do too. I can see that straight off here. And Rodney, did I see Pastor Rodney on here? He said, Greenwoods are my family in Canton, Mississippi. Oh
wow.
All right. Okay. Well, thank you for coming in. Yolanda, I see you. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you. Okay. Did I do something? That was my comment about being related to. Yeah, Pastor Rodney, I know you. He said that was my comment. I know that was your comment. I said your name. Be recognized. I recognize you today. Brandy said that's good. The voice is only half the performance. Yeah, I would agree. I would totally agree. But yeah, this is something, again, to get across to, you know, young people coming up and those who are just trying to, you know, break into the industry. They need to understand and know as well. Now, because the Canton Spirituals were the ones that kind of grabbed you in, is your music really styled after them, or were you trying to make your own after you studied them? What would you say about your style?
You know, for a long time I chased Harvey. Like I ironically, now here's the crazy part. The guy my mom married, so figuratively speaking, for the first 10 years of my life, I knew that guy as my biological father.
Ah,
So they never told anyone that I wasn't his biological son.
okay.
So I've never said that live to anybody, but so at that time, he's my dad. My granddad, which is his father, and Harvey Watkins' mother was brother and sister.
Oh,
They were sister. I didn't know that then, you know, but they were like same mom, same dad. And so they were close kin. And so once I found that out, once I did find that out over the years, I started, you know, that made me really like, oh wait, we related. At the time, I don't know that Cedars Greenwood is not my biological father. But he was very like abusive, you know, he used to always just fight my mom, you know, and eventually at one point, particular time, she was like, enough. And that's when she revealed that, you know, he wasn't my biological father, long story short. But saying all that to say, that's how knit tight. And I think me knowing that we were supposed to be related made me chase him even more. But Harvey saw me one day at a funeral. And he said to me, find your own sound. He said, you got to find your own sound. And from there, I'm like, I don't know how to do that. You know, I mean, I think I was like 11 or 12 at the time. But over the years, so to answer your question, my music is nowhere near close to the Canton Spirituals music. I love quartet music. I'm a quartet boy, but I don't want to be a quartet artist. I don't want to record quartet music. From a standpoint now, on a live setting, if that's where the energy at, that's where we're going, you know, all day long. But I feel music, like you said earlier, is universal. I'm also not, I don't want to sound like the secular artist either. You know, I want gospel music that feels like gospel music. Remind you, songs like, you know, you used to turn on the radio. This is when Bobby Jones was still on BET. And you would turn on the radio and hear songs like, a change has come over me. You know, or I thank God for the mountains. I thank him for the valleys, all the storms he brought me through. Those songs felt like God.
yeah.
You know, those songs felt like God. I need God. That's what those songs felt like. And so I want people to feel God when they hear my music. So no, I don't want to sing quartet, but I also don't want to sing music that sounds like the secular FM station. I want to sing music that feels like I'm going to church Sunday. That song just put me in a place. I just want to go and worship. I just want to go, you know, so I'm open to just great atmosphere, vibe, gospel music.
Yeah. Okay. Get your own sound.
Yeah.
We're not doing that. Oh, I love it. I love it. Yeah, I had mentioned to the other guests earlier, it is important to have your own sound. Of course, that's, you know, how people recognize you. You can listen to a song. Maybe you're not near whatever you're playing music on, and the song comes on, you be like, oh, that's the Hawkins. That's Tremaine. I know her voice, you know, or something like that. So I think that's probably why he told you that, and you know, needed to get to make sure that they know Ashford Sanders.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I love that. Okay. Now, what mood do you think that your music will generally place people in?
Emotional being. You know, my singing comes across like I have my own self somewhere sometimes. Just, I feel like, you know, and here I go. When I look at Michael Jackson, you know, Michael was able to come out in whatever, he was able to create whatever mood he wanted to create. If he wanted to create scary, they would do whatever it took to do that. If he wanted to create a dance move, or if he wanted to go to another day is gone, I'm still, he was able to create the energy that was needed. So for me, I would just say it's dependent. I'm an atmosphere person. So I tell my band all the time, I don't care what we rehearse. If I get out on that stage, I remember one time we were supposed to be doing we were supposed to be coming out and the song say, I don't know what you come to do. I come to clap my hand. And so when they introduced me and I stage, the band was waiting, and I always tell them, always bring me in C sharp on the one with a few strings. And so I come out, and the energy in the room was nowhere near that song. And I told my band, because I'm real good with them, I'm a signal person, so the signal I gave them meant stop. So I signaled them, and they confused. They're like, and I said, we give you all the glory. We worship you, Allah. You are worthy to be. And they just fell right in, but I'm an atmosphere person. So I would say the mood for me is contingent upon what's in the atmosphere, what's in the room.
Yeah.
And I'll say this now because I'm talking a lot, but we were in a quartet setting one night. And, quartet is very competitive. That's another reason I don't really care to do quartet, because I ain't on that, But this group came off, they were on stage, and they were what we call in quartet driving. I talk about that. They just driving, just getting. And so the lead singer walks off stage and looks at me and said, let's see what you're going to do behind that. I was confused. I don't even know this guy, never seen him before, but that's quartet, and other people know you, and people are intimidated by you. And I'm like, that ain't the way I roll. That's not how I operate. But nevertheless, but I grew up quartet. Yeah. So I looked at my bass player, I said, you hear that bass line? And this is where it comes for me being a smart lead singer. I said, you hear the bass line? He said, yeah. I said, as soon as they bass player stopped, play the same bass line. And so my bass player went up. As soon as they come off, he plugged in, he just picked it right. Because the people are jamming, they shouting. What am I going to do with these people who are running around this church and this band then walked off? So I said, you play the same bass line and let them keep praising God right there. That's their praise. And so they started playing, the drummer sat down, and they started back with the same. And I came up, I sung that, talk about it, to talk about that. Oh, thank you. They gave me a song on Sunday Best, said, millions didn't make it, And so just kind of took it, and because for me as a lead singer, you have to understand how not to taint what's out here. There's an atmosphere here. You have to know how this thing goes and how it flows. Because regardless of what this guy said to me, these people are in whatever spirits they are in. God is moving in this room with power. I don't get a chance to come and destroy that. I'll do that, So, but nevertheless, that's that. Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Well, see, that's what Brandy was saying earlier. She loved your humble spirit. She picked that up right away. And
yes,
that there's humility in that. And that was wisdom.
Yeah.
And it seems as if that is what guides you, when you are singing. I don't want to necessarily say performing, because you're ministering to the people, and you again did your homework. Yeah. When you walked out on the stage, you did your homework, you read the room, and you were able to minister to the people as they needed to be ministered to. Because that's almost like a preacher. He got his whole sermon, laid out, and
right.
But the atmosphere is different by the time you get up. But he's still trying to preach that same. You have to adjust, my brother. Okay, yeah. I'm getting off myself. I'm getting off. But it's
you're funny.
Trying to keep it real. Listen, let me read some comments here, because we're going to play this song on today, the Million song. Sandra is on. Thank you for joining us. Your own voice. Yes, I understand. And if some of you that are musicians or vocal artists, there's that you can pull from listening to Mr. Sanders on today, and because he's giving out some good nuggets here. Got to know the atmosphere so that you can minister. And Brandy said that's powerful. Yes, I totally agree. I agree with that. Hey guys, if you have not done so, haven't said this in a minute, please go ahead and click that share button. Cost you 0 cents. Click the share button so that you can push this out so that others can be alerted that we are on. We won't be on much longer, but I'm going to play his song so that you all can be blessed by it as I was, okay? But this is great today. Today here on Get Caught in the Net, we're talking about music. We're talking about healing through music. And we all know that we can use a little healing in our lives, you know, no matter what it is that we're dealing with or going through, or what have you, or are faced with. Music is universal. It can minister to the soul. And this is what both of my guests on today have really focused on. I didn't have to, you know, gear them up and cue them up and everything like that. This is how, you know, the Lord has directed and instructed them. So you all should be blessed by this on today. Let's see. I'm going to, I want to play this song first, and then I want to ask you a couple of questions before we exit on today. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And YouTube, Facebook, whoever y'all are, I got permission to play his song. So don't y'all stop this. Don't y'all stop this live.
She got permission.
You know how they do it. Like,
Yeah.
Yes, I have permission. I have the actual guest right here on my show. So I'm going to set it up and make sure that you guys, here, let me do this first, can hear what we have.
While you're doing it,
Go ahead, you can talk.
I'll just kind of give you the little background. So Millions is a song that they gave to me on BET Sunday Best. I did Sunday Best season 5. And they chose to give me Millions. I didn't want to sing the song. I did not like the song. I remember they called me in the room. It was a great song, but for me, in this competition show, you know, and I'm like Kirk Franklin and everybody, you know, Kirk is the host and Donnie is the judge. And you know, they giving the other artists like modern songs in the middle of, and I'm like, I need something that's gonna. And so when they gave me Millions, I told Big Jim in the rehearsal, I said, I don't like the song. He said, what you want to do then? I said, I don't know. Can we just start it at the, there'll probably be 1,000 things I want to tell the Lord on today. 1,000,000 didn't make it. And he said, well, what you going to say after that? I said, I don't know. I'm going to make something up on stage. And that's what I did. When on stage, I just made it up. Matter of fact, I channeled my Harvey Watkins sense. That's the truth. I said, now what will Harvey say in the, and that's what I said, my mind began to roam just a few weeks ago. I was standing in an auditioning line, but look at me tonight, standing here with you. Thousands didn't make it, but I was one of the ones who did. That's kind of how that all happened. And that song has kept me traveling across the country for years. And then I just went back and redid the cover. So here's the cover, Millions.
Okay, wonderful. Beautiful setup. Thanks for setting us up with that. Take a
Yeah.
listen.
If I can just make it up there, if I can walk through that city so bright and fair, oh, Lord, there'll probably be 1,000 things I want to tell the Lord, oh, that day. You know, millions didn't make it. I was one of the ones who did. Millions didn't make it. Oh, Jesus. I was one of the ones. Millions didn't make it. But I
got that same testimony where you said, see, I look back over my life and I see how far God brought me. I may have to cry sometime and I may have to shed some tears, but that's all right because I'm still here. I'm still standing. Oh, wait a minute. I could have lost my mind. Been through the storm and rain. I've had so many heartaches. Didn't feel my best all the time. I got sick sometimes. I got real sick sometimes. But I'm still here, y'all. I'm still here. I made it. Thank you for your saving power. Thank you for your healing power. Ooh, I made it. Some of you have dealt with cancer. Some of you have dealt with diabetes. But look at you, you're still here. Say, I made it over. See, the doctor walked in my room. He said, do you want to live or you want to die? 10 years later, y'all, I'm still here. I made it over. Say, I made it over. Through the storm and rain. High blood pressure. Say, I made it over. I didn't give up. I didn't throw in the towel. I held on. And I made it over. Just a little while. Hold on. Just a little while. Your change is coming. Your change is coming. I made it. One of the one who did.
Oh wait, oh wait, oh wait, oh wait. And look, y'all probably couldn't see it in the background. Ashford he couldn't contain himself. He was singing along with the YouTube.
Oh, you still see me?
I can see you. They
Oh,
can.
I thought it was just defeating the screen.
Okay. Oh my God. I enjoyed that. And it's amazing to me how you said that you didn't even like the song at first.
Did not.
But that's another example of you taking something and making it your own. You know what I mean? And as you were ministering, and I'll continue to say that as you're singing, as you were ministering, it's not, that song, of course, is talking about when, you leave out here, you make it to heaven, millions. That's the whole origin of that song. But I was thinking about stuff that I made it over while I'm still here on earth. And
Yep.
you thinking about those things as well. And again, you made it your own and you
Yes.
were ministering. Oh my goodness. I
Thank
love
Yeah. And that's what I wanted to take it, I wanted to keep it in that same context with Marvin Winans with the if I can just talking about heaven, make it up there. But then when I said how many of y'all got that testimony to bring it to currently right now, I've been on dialysis for almost 12 years. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I look at it, I just had a stress test and a few tests done some months ago, maybe a month or so ago, and they say your body don't even look like the body of a dialysis patient. If you didn't tell us, we wouldn't know. And so that's unheard of to be 12 years later and still, be in great health dealing with dialysis. So for me, that's a testament to I made it over,
Don't you get me started. Lord have mercy. We're gonna have church over here. You keep on now. Yes, you
I
made
tell people that lived through the pandemic, I had COVID at one point, and it's different when you're on dialysis, being connected to a machine and get COVID. That's because now you battling not only dialysis, you're battling not being able to breathe on dialysis, and so dealing with all of that, and it was an extreme. I had it when it first, so it was the extreme COVID, and I had it for about 18 days, and it was tough. It was really, really tough getting through that. So, and the people who lost loved ones, the people, I was talking with a gentleman yesterday, and he said to me, my best friend, who I then he said he got COVID, and 2 weeks later he was gone. You know, he was healthy, he was fine, he was great, but he got COVID, and 2 weeks later he was gone. So that matters to me. That particular song, when it's saying I made it, it's not just talking about financially success, or no, I made it through health struggles, through family members that said I never amount to anything. You know, even when I wanted to throw in the towel and give up, I held on. And because I held on, I made it over. So that's why I went on to say just a little while longer, just keep on holding on, you know, because your change is coming, you know. So anyway, yeah, that's how that went.
Come on now, come on, come on. Well, I don't know about any of y'all that's listening. Y'all see how both of these songs or both of my artists related today? And he actually just said it without even realizing he said it. You made it over. And, you know, the other song was talking about a great change. Hey, come on now. I'm feeling something. I'm feeling something. I'm feeling something here. I'm not preaching, y'all. I'm not a preacher, but I'm just relating both of those songs. Okay. All right. You made it over. There's a great change. You know, so I love how you allow the Lord to minister through you to help someone else. I did want to ask you, do you write, because I know you have other songs.
Yes.
Do you write your own lyrics to your other music?
Yes, I do. I mean, I have so many songs. You know, when I moved to Georgia, I met a lot of people who were like atheists. I had never met that. In Mississippi, I don't even think we have we may have them in Mississippi, but they're not out. In Georgia, it's like, I don't care, you know? And so I met a lot of people who have been damaged by the church and a lot. So I wrote a song from their perspective.
Oh.
You know, because in hearing that, everybody don't worship like I worship. Everybody don't believe like I believe. So let's hear what they believe. But I wrote a song. I had a guy to tell me, he said, I used to believe in God. He said, until my grandmama died.
Mm.
And I said, what happened? He said, well, I was always told that God would give me the desires of my heart. He said, my desire was that my grandmama lived. He said, I fasted and I prayed and my grandmama still died. He said, and what kind of God would allow that to happen? And so I wrote a song that says, do you really exist? Or is it all a myth? I need you to show me. I really need you to show me. Why? Because I pray and I cry. I fast, no lie. And you said you'll provide. I need you to show me a sign. You know, that's kind of how the logistics of it. But yeah, and then I got another one I wrote that says broken. And there's a key part that says, I'm tired of religion. I'm tired of denomination. I'm tired of division. And I'm tired of discrimination. What do I cling to? What do I hope for? I don't know anymore. You know, it's kind of like it's really, but it's just written from their perspective of saying, what do I hope for now when I don't believe in God anymore? What's my hope then? You know, but yeah, so I'm still working on those songs. But yeah, I read all my own lyrics. I'm open to, you know, right now I'm getting ready to talk with a few other producers about some. But yeah, definitely.
Oh, I love it. They're hopping on here. I got to read some of these comments before they get me. Okay, let's see here. And because I'm really enjoying your testimony, I really am. I want you to know that. Deidre says, "Hallelujah, that was so beautiful." Speaking of the song, a testimony song, Tara says, that's right. Buddy says, Ashford Sanders, I'm so glad you made it, sir. Testify. See, y'all gonna have me running. I can't run on virtual. Just imagine. Yeah, have me running up in here. Zoriante, my minister of music is on. I'm so glad you joined. I tagged him because I wanted him to be able to hear you as well from my church. He says he loves it. He loves it. Carolyn says, thank God. I know what you're talking about that COVID, and now I'm dealing with cancer. But I made it and making it. That's right, by the grace of God. See, again, these songs are going to minister. They are ministering to people. They are helping people. And I know that is what you desire for I can hear it in your voice, that's what you want, you know, not only for yourself, you want to minister and help others. I always say, and this is very true, our journey is not for us alone.
Yeah.
It isn't. You know, God can get the glory out of what we're dealing with. Just allow him, you know, get that glory. You know, we don't go through the things in life just so we can go through. You know, God, hey, that's not the kind of God we serve. I just want to put you through something. No, 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 no. It's not for you alone. It's to help someone else as well. And he is definitely going to bring you out. Yeah, that song. What's the other one? Do You Really Exist? Is that the name of it? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Is that one also on YouTube for the people?
No, it's neither one of those are released yet.
You're still right.
Nobody's ever heard those songs. They're complete, but nobody's ever heard them. That's
Yeah.
the first I've ever sung them out. But yeah, they're done. It's just a matter of at this point, selecting the right single to release.
Okay. All right. Okay.
But those songs are for me a little more controversial. Do You Really Exist is the first part of the song questions God's existence. The second part is like God responding first person. Because there's a part where I think the second verse on that song says, the drug dealer down the street, he seems to have everything he needs. A nice car, nice house, more money, nice smells. But why he got all of that? Here I am, I'm on my knees, I'm reading my Bible, trying to be faithful, but I'm over here struggling. So God, I know, do you exist? But God responds and says, you've been holding on, and your faith seems unstrong, but just look to the hills from whence cometh all your help. And it comes out to all of your help comes from the Lord. Just hold on a little while longer. You know, it's kind of.
Ooh, I can't wait for that one to come out. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
I can't wait. And I am so glad to make your acquaintance on today, to learn of you. I'm going to be following you. I'm definitely going to be following you and making sure that my listeners, my supporters, those of you that are on here, make sure you follow him as well. Because again, this is music that's going to help us. Healing through music. I just keep my spirit. Healing through music. We all need that. Whether we admit it or not, we do need it. Do you play an instrument? I'm just throwing this in there because I know we're getting ready to go. Do you play an instrument?
Yeah, I play piano.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay, I read that about when you were younger, so you still play.
Yeah, I've been a worship leader. I've been directing choir since I was 10 years old, maybe somewhere in. But I started playing piano when I was 6. My mom just bought that show Good Times used to come on all the time. And so when I was a baby, she said every time it came on, I always stared at the TV. So it was something about the music. You know, she said every time some type of music, but Good Times was the music. And so she bought me a little keyboard one day. And from there, I just took a liking to it, and took a liking. And by the time I was 6 years old, I was horrible on it, but I was trying. I was trying. Yeah, I kept trying and kept trying till yeah.
And here you are now, years later. I can't help but you said something about you was a baby when a Good Time was coming on. I ain't gonna tell you my age, but anyway, all right. So this has been great. Let me make sure I don't have any other comments that I didn't read. Any questions on today? I do thank all you guys for joining us on today and listening. I gave you a little tidbit, listening to both of these artists and their music on today. If you did not catch the early part of this interview on today with the Hawkins Boys, you can always go back and listen. You can listen again to Mr. Sanders, and I didn't even have to ask Mr. Sanders to sing for us live because he kept doing it, and I appreciate that. So thank you, thank you for that. And as we leave out, you were a finalist on Sunday's Best. Accurate, yes. Correct?
Yes.
What season was that?
That was season 5 Sunday Best, and I should have won. It was cheap. No. But yeah. Forgive me.
Right. But that's okay though, because you got that exposure.
Yes. And I met Apostle Vero Howard. She told me to tell you, hey, by the way.
Hey, Apostle. I don't know if you're watching or listening, but that's my girl though. She now I mentioned her earlier in this segment. That's a hard working woman. I'm telling you, and she's doing the thing, and I appreciate her.
Me too. She be on me, so I'm like, all right. I've never had that, so I appreciate her for that because I need that. So I appreciate that.
That's right. Well, again, thank you for taking time out to talk with me on today, to sing, to give us a little background about yourself, to share with my audience on today, because I know that they have been blessed and I have been as well. So I bid you Godspeed, and I pray that God will continue to bless you in all your endeavors, all that you do in life. Okay.
And I would also like to say you can follow me at Ashford Sanders on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. And also, if you want me to come be a part of your event, your church service, pastor's anniversary, your dog birthday party, whatever you want me to come and do, you know, you can call Apostle Verl Howard at 910-644-1824. I would love to come be there.
Wonderful. Thank you. He said your dog birthday party. He said he'll come. He will come. But you guys, if you need to book them, I think Tara did place in the comment section the information to see how to book them. I'm going to see if I can pin that comment. That way you guys won't miss it. Okay. These are great men of God who are out here ministering under the anointing of God, and I appreciate them. So thank you again. I appreciate you. You take care of yourself. Okay.
All right. Bless you.
God bless you. All right, my listeners, thank you all so much for sticking with me on today. We got so much coming up. Many of you all have seen my promos. The Lord has blessed me to finally become a first-time author. It sounds really, really weird saying that, but it has come to pass, and I'm grateful to God for that. I have my book launch is coming up. It will be in August 19th, so next month, August 19th, 2022. And I'm really excited about it. I just absolutely cannot wait. You know, I can't wait for you guys to get your hands on the book. But I cannot wait for everything to happen. I'm trying not to be in the anxious mode here, but let's see who else was on here. Okay, I'm looking at my iPad here, and I just want to make sure that I didn't miss anybody. Is that Matoya? Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. But yeah, this has been a tremendous interview on today. Someone said awesome interview. I enjoyed both of my guests, the Hawkins Boys. Go to YouTube, the Hawkins Boys, and also Ashford Sanders. Has really, really blessed my soul. I think he blessed y'all soul too today as well. All of them, as a matter of fact. They are out here doing a wonderful work for God, and we just wanted to highlight them on today. And we wanted to again place their music under the theme of healing through music. 2022 again is the year of healing, and so we wanted to make sure that that was highlighted on today. So again, huge shout out to Tara Smith Hughes and also Apostle Verl Howard for connecting me with these individuals, and I'm going to make sure that I send their information or make sure you connect with some of the other radio hosts so that they can also be acknowledged on their shows as well. All right, guys, I'm going to play my outro here. And again, thank you for your support on today, for your time. I appreciate it. I don't take anybody's presence for granted. You've helped me, you've been here for me, and this outro promo is just going to show you my wonderful promo regarding my book. Huge shout out to Brandy McCord. That is, I'm telling you, she is a complete godsend. Any of my promos that you see, she is responsible for them, and she has put this together so that you all can make sure that you connect with me regarding my new book. I know it's kind of all over the place. I'm gonna play this and then I'm gonna get out of here, and we'll talk soon, guys. Hang on. It's a coming. Tell I haven't been on here in a long time. My goodness, here we go.
On the next session of Get Caught in a Net.
All right, guys, you know that you can go to my website, the book's website, to pre-order. And that is simply GCIANET.com, GetCaughtInANet.com, GCIAN.com. That's the book's website. You can go there to pre-order. Pre-orders have already begun. And I want to just say right here, right now, I want to thank all of you. When I posted the announcement that I have a book coming out and open up the pre-orders, I'm going to try not to cry, but your pre-orders came in so fast the same day that I posted. And I'm very appreciative. I am very appreciative of all of you. And then, you know, those that have pre-ordered subsequent to that, thank you. Now, what will happen with your pre-orders? I will, of course, I will personally autograph your pre-order copies, and the book will be released on August 19th. I am inviting you out to the book launch. If you are unable physically to come out to the book launch, I totally understand. You will still get your pre-ordered copy, all right? And then I will have some books on site to sell as well, August 19th. 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. The information is on the flyer. Go to my page. I have created an event as well on Facebook. You can go there. Let me know that you're coming. I would love to see your face in the place. I really would. I'm just grateful. I'm grateful for this journey that God has me on. And it's very fulfilling right now. It is. And I know his hand is in it. When he told me to write, I told him he had to tell me what to write. So I can't wait for you guys to get your hands on it. I'm getting out of here because I need to go and take care of some things. All right, guys. So take care of yourself. Be safe. Wash your hands. Wear your mask. Be careful out here, guys. I think Pritzker has declared Illinois something with the monkeypox. I can't think of the name now, but you guys know what I'm talking about. So be careful on that end as well. Still got a lot of stuff that we are, trying to shield ourselves from, protect ourselves from. So do what you can to protect yourself and your family. All right, guys. Don't go out here all willy-nilly, no mask, no, not washing your hands. Please make sure y'all wash your hands. All right, guys. I love y'all so much. Let me make sure there's something else. Okay, yeah, I see you guys. Thank you for your excitement about the book. Thank you for again placing your pre-orders. You can always order after the August 19th book launch, or actually probably before. We'll make sure to give you the information on Amazon where you can also purchase it there. All right, talking too much. I'm out. You guys take care of yourselves. I love y'all so much. Y'all just don't know how much I love y'all, but I do. If I could just take all of y'all, just squeeze y'all in my arms, I would do just that. So there's a virtual air hug for each and every one of you. Love you. Take care. Peace.